So today I want to talk about driveways, because driveways is construction god's favorite type of install for one reason. Nothing says I have more money than you than a paver driveway. I'm going to show you guys everything about the install, the budgeting, all that junk in this video. Make sure you like and subscribe or I'm going to snap my wig. If you think you're going to install a driveway with pavers by yourself and you're on the way to the local home improvement store, you should drive to the doctor's to get a prescription for your stupidity. I'm going to explain to you what makes a driveway rated paver and which ones you should buy, which ones you absolutely cannot install. All right, we are back with Chris. Thanks for coming in.
Eric, my pleasure again. Thank you.
I want to talk about driveway rated pavers. Primarily thicker, but probably in cases like trail, doesn't necessarily need to be thicker.
You're absolutely right. And without getting into the extreme technicality of it, it comes down to what's called aspect ratio. And that's all about the width of a paver, the length of the paver, as it pertains to the thickness of the paver. So if you make a paver that's wider and wider, or longer and longer, or skinny and narrow, it has to be thicker. Hence why many of our pavers that we do for driveways in that linear look are what we call 10 centimeter pavers. They're 4 inches thick. They have to be. Otherwise, they wouldn't be rated to drive on.
All right, you heard it from the pro. I've got some of those examples of wet casts sitting behind me, and there's some other ones that are different too, but they still are driveway rated. Let's check these out. All right, there's certain similarities with these pavers, and it's aspect ratio. It's the size of these pavers. So they all resemble somewhere around the 4x8s, but obviously there's differences, especially with thicknesses. This is Town Hall. We did a job in Boston, show a video of that, and this comes in like a bunch of different colors. They have a nice red blend. So that would be a combination of these two and another one. This is basalt, which looks pretty cool too. But these things are made to look kind of traditional and old. This over here, this is a Treo Rec, but it's got the face mix on it. So this is like a higher end version of Treo. It's really nice. Treo can be used in a driveway application. It comes in a 3-part set. So you'd have this size, you'd have a square, and then you'd have a bigger rectangle. This is an Eco Priora. This is a thick paver. See how it has these ledgers on the side? When two of these are put together, doesn't matter if it's going to be in a herringbone or if it's going to be running bond, these have big ledgers, which is going to make a separation. You're going to end up filling that in with chip stone, the same that you're screeding with, but that leaves a gap so you got water that's going to penetrate through on the sides, and then that goes into a permeable system. All right, and then you take a look at this. This is a regular concrete paver. This is got face mix on it, so it's a little bit high end on the finish, but it's small enough where you can still use it for a driveway rated paver. All right, let's look at some big boys. So this is Unilock's Promenade paver. It's 10 centimeters thick. This thing will literally last forever. 4 inches by 16 inches. Remember the aspect ratio? This one's a bigger paver, but because of the depth, that's why it's still driveway rated. This one's even more commercial. This one's interesting to us because this is just a sample, so it looks a little bit shot, but it's a through mix, so that means it goes all the way through. It's the same. Now, this one, the way it comes on a pallet, on a flight, if it's all the way it's set up, we can actually take our weird German equipment, we can grab the whole flight and we can install this all in one shot per flight. We can install this really, really fast. It's thick enough where we can grab it. If it was thinner, it would just collapse. But since it's so thick, we can install it fast, cost effective, all that junk. So these are all the pavers that I would use in a driveway application. Now let's get into the budgeting side of this. Here's the pricing. Here's some bullet points to show you what you're going to be up against for pricing and the cost of the pavers, the poly sand, the dressing up. All of it in a nutshell is going to cost you about $1 million. And I'm not trying to get you guys to not do these things yourself. The whole purpose of this is to show you how expensive and how time consuming it is to do this if you're not hiring someone, a professional that does it. Now, when 30 pallets show up to your house and you realize you're not even gonna be able to move them because you don't have a machine, then it's gonna set in why this is so hard. All in a nutshell, it's gonna be the difference between me installing a driveway in 3 days or you doing it in about 12. And you're gonna be dead. There's a main takeaway I want you to grab from this. And that's just the idea of longevity. So think about it. If you're gonna end up putting an asphalt driveway in because you're cheap, you're gonna end up replacing the driveway in 7 to 10 years, or you're at least gonna be doing seal coating. Either way, you're gonna spend more money in the long run. Pick and choose which paver you wanna do. If you're going like on the budget end, you're probably gonna save a lot more money. A lot of those products I can install mechanically, saves money on my end, saves money on your end. It seems to make sense. But if you wanna go elegant, make it look like it's Hollywood, then you wanna go to that higher end. Sure, it's more expensive, but shit, it looks really, really good. In the next video, I gotta show you guys everything to do with permeability. So you got governments, and you've got municipalities, and you've got idiots. So if you put in an asphalt driveway this week, you're gonna regret it in probably 3 years because they're gonna tax you on how much of your property isn't permeable. That's in the next video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Do everything you guys been doing. I appreciate you tuning into the video. Catch you on the next one.